so thrilled to connect with you all this way as well. Many of you may know me already, but for those who don't, my name is Michael Smith. I'm the National Consumer Education Manager of Janome Canada. And yes, thank you for joining us on our Janome Canada Facebook Live. This is something we've dabbled with in the past, but we haven't really been doing much here, specifically Janome Canada Facebook. But again, we thought, yeah, we always want to do more, and share more of the Janome love. So going forward, we're going to be doing a monthly Janome Canada Facebook Live with our fabulous friends from Sew4Home. Now, I know many of you know Sew4Home. They contribute regularly to our Janome Life blog. And in fact, we've got a couple of posts coming up from Sew4Home actually on Saturday. So coming up, so again, that's thrilling. So we've always loved the special projects that Sew4Home, exclusive projects Sew4Home has made for Janome Canada and our Janome Canada audience. But then, of course, you know, the wonderful thing with the Janome Life blog in particular, and then even now with this social media, you know, all around the world, you can follow us in Janome Canada Facebook, you can follow our Janome Life blog, and then you can certainly share in the fun. A lot of those Sew4Home projects are in the Inspire tab of our janome.ca website, so everyone can have access to them, you know, that way. And we're going to be doing more with Sew4Home, and specifically Liz Johnson from Sew4Home. So let's see if I can bring her on camera. And I wanted to show Liz this fabulous Continental M17, the brand new beautiful machine, you know, that is based on the Continental M7, but it now has embroidery. So we're going, there she is. Yay.
It worked. Can I rotate? I can rotate. No, I got to go this way. Okay.
Yes, if you rotate, we'll be like this. So, which is okay, you know, gets water out of your ears, but
that's right.
yes,
That's
hello.
right.
It is great to connect with you.
I had to come upstairs and sit here because I'm going to move this just a little bit because we have some
Ooh,
sunshine here today. I am in Portland, Oregon, where we have had
beautiful.
snow and rain and hail and thunderstorms and you name it. So I'm just so excited to have some sun. So I had to come upstairs for
Oh,
this little
that's
gig. I'm
beautiful.
loving it.
Yes.
I am loving it.
Oh, I
But thank you
see.
so much
Yay.
for having me. And this is going to be so exciting. Like you told your friends, we're going to be doing this every
Yes.
month, once a month, talking about fun things that we're doing, that Janome is doing, that we're doing together. So all kinds of great stuff. But this one, which is really our test,
Yes.
so that we can make sure we do this. And it really is for your people, my people, to see this amazing new machine. I'm just blown away.
Yes.
I
Oh,
am just
yes,
blown away.
absolutely. Any opportunity to, again, share more Janome love all around. But if I can flip, I think I can flip my camera. Ooh. Now, of
Mm.
course, I'll have to get way back. Ooh, there it is. So yes, the fabulous Janome. Ooh, I'll wake it up here. Continental M17. Now, for those who are
Yay!
familiar, it is on the same skeleton, basically, as the Continental M7, which was released a couple of years ago, the industry's largest sewing space, which is then 13.5 to the right of the needle. All this beautiful LED lighting, so many beautiful, you know, hard metal bed on the powder coated finish. There were so many fabulous features. The one step needle plate removal, so many fabulous features that they debuted with Continental M7. But then now, so all of those have been brought to the Continental M17, but now it's got this ginormous embroidery carriage.
That's so beautiful.
And of course, so much more. So it is a combo embroidery, quilting, and sewing with the so many industry firsts like, oh, I got to get way back with this camera. 11 inch by, so 11 inch wide by 18.1 inch long embroidery hoop. This is the largest in the industry.
And the
So
detail,
fabulous.
that detail, Michael, you got to bring it up close, because this
Oh,
is something,
absolutely.
if you're a Janome fan like we are, and we've been sewing on them for years, you may remember when the MB4, the multi-head machine, came out, and they
Yes.
talked about the micro embroidery, and you could really only get that kind of detail, the teeny tiny little stitch detail. But
Mm.
now on this machine, the detail, even in the smallest areas, it's just incredible. It's just incredible. I'm so blown away.
Yes, and include, like, especially the size. I mean, this hoop is huge. In fact, this hoop, the RE46D hoop, is reinforced with carbon fibers, which are 10 times as strong as iron, but remains lightweight. Like, it all had to be reinforced. The carriage, because it is so big, is all reinforced. There's a whole metal skeleton down in there to support this. And yet again, the embroidery results, the quilting, the sewing, we've got the buzzwords of high definition. So maybe people have seen, and now that the machine is out, and now that we've been talking about it and publicizing, you may have seen high definition quilting, high definition embroidery. Well, what does that mean? And it's exactly as you said, Liz, all that detail, very close up, even in this big embroidery hoop. Even on this big embroidery carriage, we can get all those fine details. There are 1,230 built-in embroidery designs, 225 brand new that no one has ever seen before.
Wow.
So, oh,
Can you
so many
show
new things.
can you show us putting it on? Because I was so
Ooh.
impressed by that. I know it's a little bit hard to see in the camera, but if you're not used to seeing this, it's great how it slides in there, and it's so secure when it locks into place.
It is. This is entirely new for Janome, this whole new system. So what I'm going to do is just quickly turn this into embroidery. So easy when you want to switch from one mode to another. Let me go back here. So here is our giant 10.1 inch LCD screen, which is the same size as the iPad I'm currently broadcasting through. It's huge.
It's so
But I
crazy.
just go up to the home button. I can select ordinary sewing, our sewing applications that are again built into a number of our Janome machines that help us do specific jobs. It's basically asking this machine is asking us, well, what do you want to do? So sewing applications is built in, and embroidery mode. And then, of course, it's always giving me that warning, make sure the proper presser foot is attached. And now the carriage is going to move. So it's very simple to switch over our combo machine. And then you'll see now the embroidery carriage is ready to go. And it's going to move so effortlessly. And now I can click in a hoop. There are 4 embroidery hoops included, all of which have this very cool quick release clamp system. This debuted on the
So
550E.
great.
Oh, so quick, so easy. So the 4 embroidery hoops, regular embroidery hoops, have this, but there's also the 5th bonus hoop included is the Accu quilting hoop, the big magnetic quilting hoop.
Mm.
So there's a total of 5 hoops included with the machine. This, again, system so easy. Just to slide, there we go, just to slide in. So the nice thing is, if you have other embroidery machines, you'll never mix them up with these hoops. This can only go on the Continental M17. So it's easily clicked in, and then now to remove it with the quick release, and it's done. No screws to tighten, nothing to fiddle with. It's conveniently over here to the left and just slides in. So if you've got, carpal tunnel or maybe a little arthritis, it's very easy to just click this into place and away you go. Now, the cool thing is with this embroidery carriage, so many new developments. When I clicked in that hoop, my machine here told me, hey, you better remove that hoop and attach a larger hoop because the carriage now will not let us make a mistake. You know how we get all excited and we just want to get going on our beautiful embroidery. The machine tells me I need the SQ, which is square, SQ28D. So the machine already tells me that information. But again, in our haste, we don't always pay attention. So I have instead, the RE20D, or it's also printed down here too, the RE20D hoop. So this is the wrong hoop, and my carriage recognized it and gave me that message, hey, that's the wrong hoop. So one reason why we love these top-of-the-line machines, again, they do some thinking for us. So they prevent any
We
mistakes.
all need that.
Yeah, I agree.
We all need
Yes,
some thinking.
absolutely.
Oh, that is so beautiful. Do you have any of your other samples? I know we took a look at them the other day. I'm thrilled by all of the new designs that they have. I think they did just a really wonderful job of curating these new designs.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And again, like all Janome machines that we can, embroidery machines, they're all the same icons as far as like the little flower is always in all Janome embroidery machines. That's where the designs always live. So we don't need to be intimidated if we're going to upgrade from one machine to this fabulous Continental M17, or who knows, this might be your first Janome embroidery machine, but it's very intuitive, very easy to navigate. So here are some of the big, beautiful new designs that we can scroll through category by category, which is amazing. Oh, I thought this was great. If you hate sewing buttonholes, don't worry. There's a whole buttonhole embroidery category. You can embroider buttonholes.
I love
So
it.
how easy
I
is
love
that? And now some of these designs are already built into some other Janome machines. So we recognize a lot of our good old standby favorites, but we also have, again, 225 brand new designs. But we can also search, again, by hoop size. So here, that big RE46D, we know that's the big hoop. Again, these beautiful designs. Now, some of these other designs, like these redwork designs, were built into the Memory Craft 15,000, for example, and were very popular. So they've included those as well. Good old standbys, I call them. Again, they work so well in other machines. Why not have them here? These wedding designs, or typically they're used for weddings, that were built into the 550E, but now they're built in here to the Continental M17. So we have a lot of those good old standbys, or here, these monsters. Everybody fell in love with those for the in the hoop projects. If you're new to in the hoop projects, then these little monsters are really cute, really quick and easy to do. But then now there's a family, so there's a whole there's a little dog and a little cat, and then the bunny and the bear, the penguin, or even these little pillows, hello and wow, love you, wouldn't that be great for Valentine's Day? It's so cute. And even these numbers, if someone's having a birthday, you can stitch them out and stuff them. So they're three-dimensional. So
That's so
very,
cute.
very
And
cool, very fun.
I imagine that just like Janome has always been, what I think one of the strong suits that it has is it is also so easy to bring in an outside design. So it's like
Yes.
the world of designs is just huge.
Yes, absolutely. These are some of the quilting designs for that magnetic hoop, the ASQ27D. So you're turning your embroidery machine into a long arm quilting machine, especially with that 13.5-inch throat space. And Artistic Digitizer Junior comes with the CM17. So that's where you can design your own designs, your own even quilting designs. And Anne Hine from Janome America has on the Janome Artistic Digitizer Facebook page, she's done some lives where how you can create your own edge-to-edge quilting design and bring it into the machine. It is certified Wi-Fi. As well, we have two USB ports that you can put other designs that you may have created or purchased elsewhere. You can bring them into the machine and do some editing. So it really is, the creativity is unlimited.
So I have to ask you, once again, because we've sewn on Janome machines for so many years, and Janome has never had a stitch regulator.
Oh,
but
yes.
now we do. And yeah, I've had a lot of friends say, well, you're a little bit late to the party here. But you know what? It's for such a good reason. And can you show them this amazing tool that just
Oh,
basically blows
absolutely.
all the other ones out of the water? I mean, this is well worth the wait.
Oh, exactly. Yes. I've been with Janome for about 6 years now. And ever since I started at every show I've ever worked, people have said, does Janome have a stitch regulator for the domestic machines? In our long arms,
Mm-hmm.
yes, we do. In the Quiltmaker Pro series, yes, we have the stitch regulator there. But in regular domestic machines, no, we never did. And yes, other brands did. And people would say, well, why doesn't Janome? And I was always
Right.
told, well, Janome's going to wait and see until they can really get it right. And they always try to be a little different. They don't just want to copy what everybody does. They want to try to refine
Mm-hmm.
it and do it their own way. So they waited, and yes, they came up with this, which is ingenious. The engineering behind all of Janome products just blows me out of the way. And it was wonderful at VDTA last week when this machine launched. We had some of the engineers that actually created all of this
Oh,
masterpiece.
wow.
Oh, it was
Wow.
fabulous from Japan. So yes, it plugs into the back of the machine there, very simple, and then this attaches to the foot holder, just like all the other, presser feet. And then the very cool thing, this is called the ASR, the Accu Stitch Regulator. The very cool thing is then once this plugs into the machine, we can select our sewing application of free motion quilting and use, there is the stitch regulator. It's like that little window, and this is what's reading the fabric. Now, in the past, the concerns with stitch regulators were maybe some fabrics, like red fabrics, with that,
Mm-hmm.
red fabric against the red, kind of infrared. It was a little hard to read, or dark fabrics. It was a little hard to read.
Right.
But the whole time at VDTA last week, we were demoing on red fabric, black fabric, pink fabric, and no problems at all. So this stitch regulator is very accurate. Now, this is the open toe foot, but again, Janome always wants to do more. So with the click of a button, we can remove this. And then now if I want to use, the closed toe foot, we just snap
Mm-hmm.
this on very
Oh, look at
easily.
that.
Or now I want to
So
use the
easy.
big clear view foot, or I call it the dinner plate. We just snap it on. Or someone actually said this looks like the Starship Enterprise. I agree, it does. So we just snap that on, or we could use the industry first. No other brand has this ruler foot with a stitch regulator. So now we can do our free motion quilting and ruler quilting with the Accu stitch regulator.
Oh
It's
my gosh.
absolutely
So
amazing. It
many.
was definitely the biggest draw in our booth. Of course, everyone wanted to see the machine and see all the embroidery, but the stitch regulator is what really blew everybody's mind. They were like, "Wow, that is amazing."
Yeah.
So
Like I
very,
said,
very cool.
definitely well worth waiting for. And one thing I forgot to mention that was something that perked me up on the embroidery side was the fact that they brought over the optical bobbin sensor. So
Oh
that's the
yes,
first time
absolutely.
that there's been one on the embroidery, the domestic embroidery models, and that I know people have been asking about that. So that's so cool. No worries about running out of bobbin thread when you're in the middle of an intricate design. And so important on this one because you have those giant designs.
Yes, absolutely. So again, that optic bobbin sensor that's down here in your bobbin area, they brought over from Continental M7. And especially, yes, when you're doing these big embroideries or you're doing all your free motion quilting, you don't want to, you're in the zone. You don't want to stop because you ran out of bobbin thread.
Right.
So you do have, now you can turn that warning off as well if you wish,
Right.
but you do have that optic bobbin sensor. And of course, something else that debuted with Continental M7, which we brought over here. Once we lock the machine, and then we click our screen, our one-touch needle plate removal, that we can remove it on the screen. So again, this debuted with Continental M7. Everybody loved it. So of course they said, let's do it on the CM17. But now
Let's
we
do
have
it.
industry first middle screen where I could do that adjustment. Or again, we've got our 10.1 inch LCD screen. So I could lock my machine from here too. So we do have that option. When we go into regular sewing, and then we're going to flip back to regular sewing now. Now we could do all of our adjustment. Here's our width, here's our length, here's our needle tension, there's our presser foot pressure. We can go in here to save them as our favorite stitch. We've got two options of favorite stitch there. But we can also use this, again, industry first middle LCD screen to adjust our width and our stitch length, our needle tension, our presser foot pressure, or we also, for width and length, we also still have the knobs, very tactile, just like we had on Continental M7. So you've got lots of flexibility and lots of options, how you want to adjust your machine and where you want to adjust your machine. You have it all here with Continental M17. So many new features. Oh, the thumb wheel
So
is one of my
many.
favorites.
Oh, just everything. If spend a few more minutes there. I mean, I know we're getting to the end there, but just letting people know how much is just right there in front of you. There's actually extra height too,
Oh,
over the
yes,
presser
exactly.
foot. And but just showing them everything and maybe even showing how the top pops up. I mean, it's just so
Oh,
well
yes.
designed. It's such a beautiful industrial design.
Now, I've got lots of videos on Janome HQ is the YouTube channel and all the social media, Janome HQ social media that we created about 2 years ago, just before the start of the pandemic. So on Janome HQ, I've been filming all these videos of the machine, all the little features, and, Janome America has been putting out a lot. Janome Australia has also been putting out a lot. So there's definitely more. We can't cover all the features now, but definitely everyone can jump on Janome Life blog and again, Janome HQ YouTube. There's, in fact, a new Facebook group called the Janome Continental Club that Janome
Mhm.
America has started, a Facebook group just for owners of this machine. So again, more information. Yes, this one little one-touch button. So if you're going to move your machine, if you're not using your machine, you do have, again, it's all nicely covered. Everything is well protected. But when you're ready to sew, one touch, boom, there raises up your,
Ta-da! That
yes,
is
I'll raise up my
great.
camera here. Oh, there's my Scarlett O'Hara watching over, making sure that I do everything well. I want to make some clothes for Scarlett.
You
But yes,
need
so here's
to.
something totally new. We have 850 regular stitches in this machine. We couldn't fit them all up here like in regular machine covers.
Sure.
So here are the stitch categories. There's several new categories, but now the stitches are, ooh, here we go. There.
Ooh, there you
So
go.
words, for example, is a new category. Now, some of the words like quilt and stitch and handmade, we've had on other machines as well. But now there's some new ones like mom and dad and love. That's, traceable there. That's now in the words category. So all of these stitch charts are magnetic. So they can go up
Bam.
here so we could see
Really
at a
cool.
glance, or here is the kids category, for example. And again, some of the stitches we already recognize, some are brand new. But these magnets that are up here that keep the lid closed, but we could use those magnets there. Or how about using those magnets for your screwdrivers? This is how we had it in the VDTA booth. We all needed
Just
screwdrivers
grab it.
and snips to adjust the machine. So they're all right up there, handy. Nothing is going to clutter your work area. There's room up here. I call these the garage. We can park presser feet here in the garage. So there's a couple of
There
little
you go.
grooves there. We have the threading guides here to thread our bobbin, because we do have the separate bobbin winder and, thread the needle. This is very cool. The telescoping thread stand that just
I
rises up.
love that. I love that so much.
Absolutely. So when you're going to sew in particular, like I love using it for metallic threads, any of those difficult to sew
Hmm.
threads. It's wonderful having this telescoping thread stand. You've got more room for that thread to relax before it comes down into the guides and into the tension. So all of those, what can be difficult to use threads, no problem. The first embroideries I did
Hmm.
on this machine were all silver metallic Madeira thread, which is my personal brand of
Wow.
choice, but
Hmm.
no problem at all. And again, with that thread stand, no problem. Spool pins. Where are my spool pins? Boom, there they are.
They
And
are.
then I'm ready to, pack my machine up. I just close them down, or there we go, nicely widely spaced apart so we can use really big king cones of quilting thread, or big king cones of embroidery thread, or even the little
Hmm.
spools. We could use whatever we want there. So again, Janome was really trying to think, what can we do new and different, but to help make all the sewing and quilting and embroidery easier, more fun to use, more pleasant to use. You've got quicker, easier results, and you're more likely to use your machine more frequently.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for this little mini tour. It's just perfect. And really, obviously, our desire here is to pique your interest, and you're going to go to your Janome dealer and see it for yourself. Now, you were at VDTA. When do we think that people will be able to see things start to arrive at their dealers?
Yes. In Canada, we had I think it was seven or eight dealers in Canada that came down. So we're anticipating shipment about mid-May. So then you
Okay, so
can
coming right
contact
up.
your local Janome dealer and say, because then I know there were a lot who weren't able to come to VDTA. They were on the phone with the sales rep too, say, hey, they saw
Hmm.
it
I
online, they
want
saw the
it.
videos online and said, I want to order that too. So we're expecting the first shipment in around the middle of May, and then there's already a second shipment on the way, because so far it's done very, very well.
I think this is, I was calling it the Xbox of the sewing industry. People are definitely just wanting it immediately and so likely to be sold out. But Janome is doing an incredible job of making sure the supply chain is there and that the new machines are coming into your dealers as soon as they possibly can.
Oh, absolutely. Something I just wanted to show very quickly, something new, and I just noticed it today. Can you
Ah,
perhaps see on that foot holder, it says 9H. And I just
oh,
noticed it
okay.
today. Right
Oh,
there.
sure.
There's a
Yeah. Uh-huh.
9H. And I thought, oh my gosh, I just noticed it today, not all last week, but it's a 9 millimeter machine and it's high shank. I wonder if that's what the
Ah,
9H stands for. I'm thinking
okay.
probably, because a lot of people always want to know, what is my machine? What size is my machine? Is it a 9 millimeter, 7 millimeter, 5 millimeter? Is it a high shank or a low shank? So your foot holder
Mm-hmm.
here is, I believe that's 9H, for it's a 9 millimeter and it's high shank. So you definitely want to use the correct, because many people do have many machines. So it's so
Right.
easy to get things mixed up. They all kind of look alike. So I thought, oh my gosh, Janome is always trying to think of everything. So I thought that was brilliant. And again, I've never seen that on any other Janome machine, just here now. So I'm like, wow, they really think of everything. So
and
yes,
it's
we
those
could go
little
on and talk
things.
about this for forever.
Oh
So
my
we'll just
gosh.
have to do this more.
We will, and we're going to not only do segments on the Janome machines, but like we said, we have some segments coming up on the exclusive projects, including one.
Yes.
I left it downstairs, so now I can't do the Vanna White
Oh,
thing, but I know I'm so sorry. But so coming up next month, and we're going to do every third Thursday, right? Is that
yes,
right?
yes.
Every
Every
third
third
Thursday of the
Thursday
month.
of the month. Yes.
Say that 3 times fast,
Yes.
same time of day. So noon on the West Coast and 3 o'clock on the East Coast. And so the
Yes.
project that we'll be talking about in May is a super cute structured waist pack that we did. It's got a sidewall, it's got zippers, and one of the things that I am going to be showing is just how easy these zippers are. We love it. We call it,
Mm.
one of our mottos at Sew4Home is no fear zipper sewing. You can do it. Do not be afraid. And we have a front vertical zipper. We have an all around sidewall zipper. So I'm just going to show
Mm.
you a few
Cool.
step outs that I can show you that just how easy it is so that everybody is ready to give it a try. And just one of the exclusive projects that we do for our friends at Janome Canada.
Yes, and in fact, that is, it just went out on, ooh, because I also now publish the blog. I schedule the Janome Life
Right.
blog, and I think while I was multitasking at VDTA, I think that blog post went out on Friday. I want to say just last Friday. So it'll be back.
Okay.
You search Janome Life blog, and in fact, even the search box, people can just type in Sew4Home, and all the Sew4Home posts will come up. As well on our Janome.ca website, Janome Canada's website. In the Inspire tab, we have a whole Sew4Home category. So you would go to Janome.ca, click the Inspire tab, and then click Sew4Home, and then up comes all those projects. So yes, that structured waist pouch is there on Janome.ca, which I thought was great. As I said in my blog post, this is not your granny's fanny pack. This is
It is
definitely
not a
much more
fanny pack.
stylish, much more updated, much more functional, and very fun. And I'm glad you mentioned about fear no more zippers, because so many people are so afraid of
Right.
zippers.
Well, and especially if you really have focused on embroidery or on quilting, and maybe you don't run across the zipper. So
Mm.
it's a fun way to work that into your sewing world and get the confidence and use it on all other kinds of projects that you have. So we'll have lots of fun stuff coming up, and we'll give you each month, we'll give you some sneak peeks on what's coming,
Yay.
whether, maybe we have some embroidery designs that you can stitch out on this wonderful new machine, but all kinds of fun stuff. So this has been so great. Thank you. And it worked. Look at that.
Oh, I know. I'm so glad. I'm like, oh, because again, since I did Facebook Lives about a year ago, and it's like, whoa,
Great.
Facebook has totally changed this altogether. I just see a quick question. I will answer more questions. I see our fabulous Anne Hine is here, and she answered a question
Hi,
about
Annie.
needles. I will answer everybody's questions after the live. It's easier that way. But yes, the Continental M17 does come with the QR ruler foot, but it also comes with the QR ruler foot for the stitch regulator. So we have both for regulated and non-regulated. It's your choice. Oh, and Anne says hi. I don't know,
Hi,
Liz, can
Anne.
you see comments?
I can't, when I flipped it around because it wanted me to be this way and then the comments
Oh,
disappeared. So,
okay.
hi, Annie.
Okay, so yeah, Anne was saying hi to you. So I thought, yes, it's wonderful. That was another wonderful thing about being at VDTA is finally I could be with some of my Janome America
I
cousins,
know.
as I often say, or Janome America colleagues, because it had easily been 3 years, maybe even more
Oh,
like four,
yeah.
that I had seen any of them. So it was wonderful to all be together, and of course to talk all about the Continental M17. There were some new long arms debuting as well. So definitely there's a lot in store for Janome everywhere, specifically our Janome
Hmm.
Canada audience. And then, yes, anything that we can share with Sew4Home and anything they share with us. Everybody loves to share the Janome love. So I'm
That's
thrilled
right.
that we're going to
That's
be doing
right.
this more
All
now
right.
that we
Well,
know
I
how it
guess
all works.
now that we know how it works, it's hard when you're not 15
Yeah, I agree.
to
Yeah,
make
I
sure that you're
agree.
doing everything right. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, lovely. Yes. Lynn says audio and video was great. Great demo. Oh, lovely. Thank you,
Oh,
everyone. And
good.
again, any other questions I will answer after the live. That'll just be easier. But yes, okay, this is fabulous. We don't want to keep everyone too late. And, we always have lots to do. But then we'll be seeing you all. Is it the 19th of May? To put you on the
The
spot,
19th or
Liz.
the 6th. I know.
I
And
think the
I'm
16th is
looking
the
at my phone. The
Monday. 17th is Tuesday. Yeah, it must be the 19th, is
must
the
be the
third
19th,
Thursday of May.
Thursday.
So then, of course, we'll be making more Facebook Live announcements, announcing it all that will be live with Sew4Home. And Liz will show us some very cool zipper details of that structured waist pouch and any
Alrighty.
other
It
little
sounds
tips
like a
and
date.
tricks. Yay. Yay. Fabulous. Wonderful. And hopefully we've all
Okay.
got good weather everywhere.
I know. Just look at that. Look at that sunshine.
Yes. Now we can go at a good. Oh, yes. Fabulous. We're getting confirmation. Thursday the 19th. Yay.
Okay.
Excellent. So I will see you all then. Thank you so much. This has been wonderful.
All right. Bye bye,
Yes. Take
everybody.
care, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Bye.